papers in the category of fluid mechanics and automobile engineering, and you won the Best Paper Award in both these categories. As like your academics, you are well known for your excellent management skills. You were the convener for many workshops and training programs. You were captain for bridge team and also the chairperson for BAJA and EFFI events held under the IT Banaras Hindu University chapter. Vibhor is planning to join doctorate program abroad working in low gravity science, for which he already has got offers from Hokkaido University, Japan, Brussels University, Belgium, and Queen's University, Australia. Being spiritualistic by nature, you wish to fulfill your karma by promoting microgravity science research in India and serve the whole mankind through your research.
May we request the guests to present the award. This technical acumen surely deserves a huge round of applause. Vibhor, we would like to know the secret of your success.
Dignitaries, the DICE, and all the other members of MVPM board. I want to thank the Maheshwari Vidya Pracharak Mandal and MVPM Scholar Jury for finding my work worthy of this honor. In my heart, there may be doubt that I deserve this award over other men of letters whom I hold in respect, but there is no question of my pleasure and pride in having for myself. I was asked to speak for 5 minutes by Lahoti sir, and actually I don't know what to speak. Yesterday I arrived here in Pune and spent dinner time with some inmates of Lahoti hostel. I feel that the best utilization of this opportunity is by sharing some lesson I learned in my life. The first experience is about following dreams. I belong to a very small town named Kasganj in Uttar Pradesh. There was no good education available, none counseling available. I was unaware of the facts about different career branches. I struggled a lot to find which profession I should choose according to my interest. That's how I had a dream to qualify IIT JEE. I appeared in IIT entrance examination first time in 2007, but I failed to secure rank in main merit list, but placed in extended merit list. I never gave up. I take admission in MNIT Jaipur. Even in college, I continued my preparation for IIT and finally able to secure admission in IIT BHU. It was a tough decision at that time to drop out and start over college again. Most of my friends, professors, and MNIT criticized my decision, but I was just following my dream. I didn't see it then, but it turned out one of the best decisions I made in my life. Sometimes life comes in a twisted way, but never lose your faith. Follow your dreams, and if you haven't found one, seek until you find one. The second experience is about getting opportunities. A lot of people generally claim that they are not getting enough opportunities. I believe that there are enough opportunities available for all. During my third year in engineering in IIT BHU, I got interested in low gravity science combustion and want to have experimental work in microgravity. As there is no drop tower facility or parabolic aeroplane facility available in India, and foreign researchers don't invite undergraduates, especially for this kind of costly facilities. In December 2010, during Asia Pacific Conference on Combustion, I come to know that a Japan Space Agency scientist will be attending in a conference to India. I emailed him and asked for some meeting time. He asked if I can come to Hyderabad conference venue. Again, problem comes as fees of conference was high, and I was not able to afford that high fees. But the HelpCom conference organizer offered his help by giving a discount price if I will be able to invite 2 more people to the conference. I asked my friends. Most of them called me crazy. But I finally got my 2 friends to come along with me. I traveled by train to reach Hyderabad and invested my 6 days just to get that opportunity to work with him. And he invited me as an exceptional case in JAXA, as JAXA has no program for this kind of invitation. Even JAXA bore my full expenses. My great-grandfather used to say to my father that if you need anything, ask from Almighty, and I believe that the Almighty will cover you for every rightful need. Today in noon, when I was visiting MVPM office with the Lahori sir, I'm glad to know that MVPM is offering such good opportunity facilities to Maheshwari student. I want to say that students residing here are really lucky to have such organization in their career life. The third experience I want to share is to think high. For a dream come true, one needs to have a dream, and dream should be high. It's a cruel fact that most of authorities and people around you will discourage you to think high. As a mechanical engineering researcher, I always wanted to present my paper in ASME Congress, the biggest gathering of mechanical engineers all over the world. In 2012, my 2 papers got selected for presentation in Congress, but the problem comes along with the funds. I couldn't afford money to travel to Houston, USA for attending the conference by myself. I started seeking funds from organizations to sponsor my travel. After a long search and lengthy documentation, I received prestigious international travel fellowship from Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and was the only student applicant who received that fellowship in that month. At last, I want to recite one of my favorite quotes about the crazy ones, the one who see things differently. They are not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, but the people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vibhor, for your inspiring words. Ankit, this is not fair. We have called only boys on the stage. Girls are no less.
What makes you say that, Rashi?
Oh, don't you know our next awardee is a girl who is a recipient of several medals in subjects such as anatomy, physiology, ENT, surgery. She is none other than Amrita Shri Prakash Kalantri. We recognize your astuteness in the medical field. We request you, Amrita, to come on the dais.
In ABC of success, C stands for consistency, and Amrita was consistent throughout her academics, right from her SSC to MBBS final. During your MBBS, you received distinctions and medals in several subjects such as anatomy, biochemistry, physiology, pharmacology, pathology, 2010. At the 3rd International Annual Medical Students Research Conference, Medicon 2009, held at the Kasturba Medical College, Mangalore, you won the Best Research Paper Award among 600 research papers. Your research paper was shortlisted among top 10 at the Regional Conference of Moving Academy of Medicine and Biomedicine, Pune. As like your academic excellence, you are a good classical singer, a good Kathak dancer, a good sketcher, and a good writer too. Since 2009, you are publishing blogs which focus on the issues that impact our day-to-day life. Also, you were organizing secretary at Medicon 2012. Considering Dr. Abhay Bang and Dr. Ulhas Jaju as your role model, you wish to emulate your research funding and opportunities to translate your ideas into reality. A sharp and consistent mind made Dr. Ashish Bhutan.
Once again, we request our guests to do the honors.
आस आस कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास भाषाएं
This time, can we hear a bigger round of applause, especially from the girls' side? That's the spirit. Dr. Amrita, how could you manage to achieve distinction in so many subjects? We are eager to hear from you.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I must say that I am humbled and at the same time excited to be in your midst to receive the award, to recognize the presence of all the distinguished guests and organizers. As I'm told, this audience right here is made up of 150 students and 250 celebrated adults. My speech is supposed to inspire the 150 and justify my presence here to the other 250. Let me do so one by one. So for the 150 students, I won't boast of being somebody who can be an inspiration. I cannot tell you what to do, how to think, where to go, what to believe. Because I don't have a clue either. But here I am. So I must have done something right. What I did right, I leave that for you to decide. I will only tell you how I have lived my life so far. I'll tell you my story. In school, I was a perfect student, got excellent grades, aced exams, took exams for classical dance, classical music, arts, won debates, did everything an ideal student was supposed to do. Never stepped out of line. Basically, I was every parent's dream daughter. In the year 2007, things changed. I discovered who I really was. That was the year I entered medical school. I discovered that I was good at plenty of things: academics, dance, badminton, painting, making friends, and getting into trouble. I had an inclination towards research, and I got opportunities to groom that aspect of my work as well. Yes, in 2007, I was born, again. I'm sure that each one of you here can trace back that landmark year in your lives when you first discover who you are. Over the years, I gradually understood why I got into medical training. I love seeing patients. I loved suturing. I loved talking to old women. And the most exciting part of it all was they loved me back as well. In 2012, a bunch of students from my college took up the task of organizing the 5th Annual International Medical Students Research Conference. I was the organizing secretary of Medicon. The conference was exclusively of, by, and for the students. From selecting the best scientific work, arranging faculty, food, clean toilets, people stay, travel, money, we students did it all. When it was all over, the students who attended the conference said it was the best Medicon yet. Ask my team. They will tell you what we went through. It was the most traumatizing part of my undergraduation. As I prepared for the conference, I was restless all the time. I lost weight, appetite. The likes of Dr. Bang, Dr. Jaju, who have dedicated their lives for helping rural India. My father, who is a perfect physician. When he talks to his patients, his compassion and not his medicines heal them. When he talks to his patients, his compassion heals them. He's a perfect scientist, correct, ethical, driven. He's a perfect writer. When he writes, he leaves his readers spellbound. He's a perfect friend who listens, understands, and helps unconditionally. I found my role model in my own father and my teachers. Look around. It is difficult, but not impossible. We all need somebody to look up to. So find out who you want to emulate. Otherwise, in our time of Facebook and YouTube, it is not difficult to get lost. There is no limit to discovering yourself. We human beings are dynamic bodies. What I am today only shows me how far I have come from the Amrita 5 years ago. Back in 2007, I still had no idea why I got into medical school. My answer to most opportunities that came my way was no. Throughout my undergraduation, I saw my friends struggle at every level: confidence, skill, and money. I had none of those problems, but for me, I struggled to be inspired. I had none of those problems. I needed somebody to look up to. Not copy, not mimic, simply get inspired from. So stay driven, stay inspired. For the 250 grown-ups here, I have only one thing to say. When I applied for the scholarship, I had no idea what it was all about, what the criteria was, who all applied, who won, nothing. I still don't know, to be honest. But my parents believed I was worth it. That was it. My parents believed. That is all that our generation needs. We might seem independent, arrogant, lost, but we seek your approval, nothing more. Thank you for having faith in us. Thank you for trusting our choices. Thank you for letting us fly free. Ladies and gentlemen, if this award stands for anything, it stands for the united spirit in all of us. Maya Angelou once said, "When you learn, teach. When you get, give." I want you to know that this award to me means that I will continue to strive hard and give back to the world what it has given to me, so that I might even be more worthy of tonight's honor. As I accept this award, I also promise to get only better at my work, so that the next time we meet, you see a new, freshly rediscovered me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Amrita, for your wonderful thoughts.
Another meticulous doctor amidst us is Shruti Rajgopal Mantri, who was awarded as Best Medical Student by Shatayushi Foundation. Dr. Shruti has continued her consistent performance by performing exceptionally well in her postgraduate qualifying examinations.
We are happiest when we are growing and feeling that we are contributing in some way or the other. And that's why she dreamt of becoming a doctor. You are a distinction holder throughout your academics. You have completed MBBS from Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, and you were among top 5 rank holders throughout your MBBS. In addition to this, you have won a gold medal for topping MBBS final exam. You secured the 5th position in Maharashtra Postgraduate Entrance Examination, 628th All India rank in AIMS Postgraduate Examination, and 21st All India rank in JIPMER PG Entrance Examination. For your outstanding performance in MBBS, you have received many awards and prizes at college level. You also received the Best Medical Student Award in 2011 from Shatayushi Medical Foundation, Pune. Playing badminton is your hobby. In your college days, you were also part of the organization committee in various events and cultural festivals. It's your dream to serve humankind by serving every patient with equal attention, and we salute you for that.
We request the guests to present the award to Dr. Shruti.
A sharp and consistent mind.
Dr. Shruti, this is another feather in your already well-decorated cap. Could you please share the secrets of your winning streak?
Good evening, one and all, respected dignitaries on the dais, and my dear friends. Today, here, I want to thank MVPM for bestowing this prestigious award. I want to thank them to get me further into the success of ladder by encouraging me. First of all, this credit of this whole journey in the MBBS goes to my grandmother, who always wanted me to become a doctor. The entire family, my parents, my uncle, everyone is an engineer. My parents, my uncle wanted me to become an engineer, but my grandmother was persistently on me. You should become a doctor. You should serve mankind. You should serve the unprivileged section of our society. So here I am. First of all, I would like to share this credit of this prestigious award with my family members, my friends, my teachers, who always stood with me, always motivated me, always been my mentor. My parents never told me you have to get this, you have to get this rank. They're always to me to get whatever maximum you can, and this is where I am. Being secured a 5th rank in Maharashtra. I am doing MD Pediatrics at KM Hospital. Pediatrics was always my dream branch. I always want to cure children. The happy faces when they just they are just cured is very delightful. I want to serve the malnourished section of our society. The immunization being the most important tool in preventing diseases. Today, our immunization has gone so far. Then too, we see cases of tetanus, which is very delightful because the patients are in severe distress. I'd like to give this section of my prize money also to help the immunization program of India. And a word of thought for the young students who are here. I'd like to share that you have to have 4 important things in your life. First, self-confidence. Second, you should have commitment. You should be committed to whatever you do. When you are studying, you should be committed to studying, that you are here to study and you are nothing else to do. When you are enjoying, you should be committed to enjoying. When you are out with your friends, you should not think कि मुझे इतना पढ़ना है, मेरी ये study बची है. When you are out, you have to enjoy. You have to have a balance in your life. Studying, co-curricular, extracurricular, and also your family. Third is you should have good friends, good set of friends, which are always throughout. Staying in the hostel for the last 7 years, my friends were very important part of my life. And you should never forget them. You should never forget the important gifts that you get throughout this journey. You should never forget that you are along with all your fraternity. And in medical field, being along with the fraternity is very important. And also, I'd like to impose on you that you should be truthful. Truthfulness is very important. You should be truthful in whatever you do in your future. And I would like to thank once again Maheshwari Vidya Pracharak Mandal for his outstanding and overwhelming work in the hostels, in schools, and I'd like to ask them to open such a hostel in Mumbai, because the state of art living in Mumbai is very difficult. And Dr. Ashish will also agree with us ki what the state of art we are staying at medical colleges is delightful. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Shruti.
Do you know, Ankit, many students appear for the IIT JEE examination. How many students appear for the IIT JEE examination annually?
Around 5 lakh?
Exactly. And are you aware what was the rank of our next awardee in the world's toughest entrance examination? IIT JEE All India Rank 2. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Nishant Rajgopal Totla of Aurangabad. We request you, Nishant, to come on the dais.
A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. Everyone does reach quotes like these, but for few it is the secret of their auspicious success, and Nishant is one of them. From your childhood, you were inspired by great mathematicians like Ramanujan and was keen to know excelling technologies. Your interest led you to IIT Mumbai, where you completed computer science engineering with honors and minors in mathematics. You were not only IIT JEE All India second ranker, but also remarked your excellence by securing gold medals in Indian National Physics and Chemistry Olympiads. You were also invited to International Mathematics Olympiad, but the first stepping stone for your success was winning the gold medal for India in International Physics Olympiad among 82 countries. In May 2012, you had been invited by the Institute of Science and Technology, Austria, for the purpose of research in the field of theoretical computer science for about 3 months. In December 2012, Google offered you a position of software engineer with annual salary